Welcome back, everybody. Got a great video for you today. I've been getting a lot of questions as we go into the new year. Handyman, I just bought my first house. I paid $9 million for it, and it's a fixer-upper. All jokes aside, I have been getting these questions about what do I need to know on how to maintain my house, because the cost of home repairs is like going to get brain surgery. I'm even shocked by the prices for home repairs. $500 an hour for your first hour is not unheard of. That's going to cover the trip cost to get the guy there, some overhead that's factored into that first hour. The second hour might be less than the first hour, but there are minimums. And today's video falls into that category of like a 1 hour minimum job that's going to cost you $500. I know some of you are going to be shocked and you're going to be upset. You're going to have all sorts of feelings. Put those aside and see if you can learn something from the video and save yourself 500 bucks, or maybe you can start making 500 bucks an hour for simple home repair jobs.
So what is it? What is it?
You guessed it, another garbage disposal problem. This is an extremely simple home appliance. I'm going to take you through the process of replacing one. You'll even get to see a little bit about what went wrong to cause the old one to fail. They do have a lifespan. They will not last forever. You will have to replace your garbage disposal. Now, there's things you can do to maintain it, keep it nice and clean and fresh, but a lot of people don't do that. This one was a very stinky, pretty nasty garbage disposal replacement, but it did go mostly according to plan. So your first symptom is you go to flip your garbage disposal on and you hear nothing, or you might hear a little buzz. First thing you got to do is go hit that reset button underneath. They all have a little reset button on the bottom side. Then put in your wrench. This is a wrench meant specifically for garbage disposals. I actually just broke the drain tube trying to crank this thing open. It's that rusted. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals right to your door. They have a team of gourmet chefs that create each meal using only ingredients with integrity. I live a very busy lifestyle and I don't often eat at normal times of the day. I've been using these as my second dinner. I usually consume that around 2 a.m. On my late night editing sessions, I will start getting hungry. And instead of going to the junk food cabinet, I go straight to the fridge and grab one of these Factor meals. You can customize your order from 4 to 18 meals per week. You can also pause the deliveries. The one I'm going to cook for lunch today is creamy Parmesan chicken. Now, I also use these for lunch. You just throw them in a cooler on your way out the door in the morning. All you need is a microwave in 2 minutes. Go to factor75.com or click the link below and use code HANDY50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. That's factor75.com. 50% off your first Factor box. Use code HANDY50. The intention was to replace this all along, but I wanted to see if it was going to be a simple free it up, squirt some WD-40 down there, and send them on their way. This metal flange is held on with 2 screws. It normally holds that white pipe that goes off to the right there, but I broke it. That's the flange that is attached to the white pipe that I just pulled off. This is your rubber O-ring. Mysterious piece of plastic. And this made it below the grinding portion of the garbage disposal. So that's the rest of the drain tube there, just kind of showing you how nasty that is. Here's how to pop it loose. That's one of many ways to do it. You can just grab a hold of it and turn that. Sticking a screwdriver in that little hole and twisting it works well. This is a Badger, very common brand that you'll find in most homes. This one, I believe, had the 5-year warranty. What I'm doing now is just disconnecting that pigtail. This is not hardwired. This is plugged into a receptacle underneath the sink. Just undo your wire nuts. There's a little ground screw in there you unscrew to get the green one out. That's your connector, or Romex connector, I call them. Just threads into the bottom of the garbage disposal. This is a very easy job. You do need a little bit of hand strength and some muscles, especially when you're putting it in. That's where the women have trouble. They don't have the strength to get it back in. So I'm going to reuse this connector because I'm going to be reinstalling another Badger garbage disposal. So inspect your drain flange. This one looks perfect, looks brand new. No corrosion, no rust, no need to replace it. I'm putting in another Badger, and this is a remove and replace type of job. This is the new one right here. Badger 500, half horsepower. Pop off the little inspection cover for the electrical, screw in your connector. Now there's something that most people won't know. And when you look at any sort of lamp cord or this pigtail cord, there's going to be an identified conductor. The identified conductor is identified with like a stripe, or in this case, ridges. You can see that. You can drag your fingernail across it and it'll go bump, 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 bump. It's got ridges. That's identified. That means it's the neutral. That means it's the white wire. So your identified conductor is your white wire, or the neutral. Hook up the black wire, hook up your green ground wire to the ground screw, stuff it all back in there, put your cover plate back on, tighten down your connector. Those flathead screws always give me some trouble. Now this part can be a little challenging, especially if you have a larger, heavier garbage disposal. They are a giant motor. There's a big metal case. They are not lightweight. There's a couple tabs on the ring that is on the garbage disposal. I'm pointing to it right there. That goes up the ramp, and that's how it clamps everything together. It just goes up the ramp as you twist it. You'll see how I get it started by hand, and I'll finish it off later with some pliers. So I'm only putting it 3/4 of the way because I still need to spin the garbage disposal around. There's your brand new O-ring that comes with the garbage disposal. There's your retaining metal flange. Just putting it on, hand tight now. I'm just going to line everything up and see if I've got to shorten that tube, that pipe, that drain pipe, that white drain pipe. Will I get lucky? Oh, I'm going to cheat it a little bit. I probably should have trimmed 1/8 to 1/4 inch off of there, but we can squeeze it in. Loosen up those slip joints and slide it in. Okay, everything looks like it's going to fit just fine. Pop it apart, and you got to put your nut on, and then your compression, your nylon compression ring. That's how you don't get leaks. Snugging everything else up. There you go. Using the pliers to push the tabs of the garbage disposal clamping ring up and over into the detent. There's a little bump that you got to go up and over, and it locks it in place. Just going over all my connections. Remember, I put that on hand tight, and I will have to tighten both of them up. Turn it on, see if it spins. Sounds good. Now we got to test for leaks. Now don't go too gung-ho to start with. Just turn the water on and look for leaks. You don't want to get too much water in there if you don't need it. If you're going to have a leak, start small. Now, plug up the sink. And what you want to do is fill that up with quite a bit of water. And you're going to test, what you're testing for is leaks around that flange there. Haven't even Not even messing with the drain pipes yet. Just making sure that after I remove the old one and reinstall the new one, that that seal right there at the sink is still watertight. Wiggling around, jiggling it. The knockout is still in place. Didn't pop that out. That's where you can connect your dishwasher. Now, pull the plug, and we're going to test for leaks on all your slip joints. Everything looks good. Rubbing my hand around, looking for water, feeling for water. All these connections are slip joint connections. They're not glued. They're just a compression fitting with that nylon ring. This is something interesting that I thought I'd point out. That's the dishwasher drain tube. And it's got a little debris in there. I don't know what that is. And it goes up and over and down into its own drain tube. This is a mid-90s house. Very common to have your own drain line so that you avoid putting it into the garbage disposal. So there you have it. A quick and dirty garbage disposal replacement. I did this almost a year ago. I'm a little behind on videos. It's holding up great, works perfect. I'm getting ready to remodel this entire kitchen. All new flooring, new cabinets, new countertops. The appliances are already fairly new, so we're going to be reusing the appliances. And this garbage disposal is also brand new. So we will be reusing this new garbage disposal. So you might want to stay tuned for that. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss that massive, semi-budget kitchen remodel. A lot of things are coming from Home Depot. The customer is managing all the finish items. They're picking out the flooring. They're going to be ordering the flooring. I will probably be picking up the flooring. They're ordering their cabinets. They've already met with a designer at Home Depot. That's where the cabinets are probably going to come from, is Home Depot. Granite countertops, also coming through Home Depot. This is what I call the bonus material. I used to do a little chit chat at the end of all my videos to talk to the guys who are interested in what I'm doing behind the scenes. I did start a fourth YouTube channel called Too Much Handyman. I've only done one live stream and posted one video up there. We're going to do another live stream or two, and then I will start releasing the content. So you might be looking behind me and seeing all this mess and thinking, what the heck is all that? All this stuff was in the cab of my pickup truck, and I just cleaned it all out. We've got our bug spray. We've got our bear spray for, you know, those homeless bears. Everything. You got phone mounts, KC light covers, my amber covers, you name it, I had it. I'm surprised there's not a kitchen sink in here. The reason is it's time to get a new truck. So if you want to follow along on the process of me getting my old truck ready to trade in and what truck I'm going to pick for the next handyman vehicle. It's a pretty extensive process. It's going to be pretty valuable for someone who is buying a new truck or who doesn't even know that these options exist. How to read a window sticker, knowing that almost all online listings on the dealership or Auto Trader, cars.com, it's all jibber jabber and just a whole bunch of auto-generated crap. And you have to use the window sticker and match up VIN numbers to know exactly what you're going to get. I'm going to make a detailed video on that process, the selection process of the next handyman truck on my other YouTube channel called Too Much Handyman. So that link will be down in the description. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.